YouTube. It's been a hot minute since I've done any video gaming. So let's just play Arcade Spirits. There we go. Let's load. See, it's been a hot minute since we've played. So last I checked, we were on chapter 2. Level 2, Chasing Ghosts. And I wanted to lick Naomi, so it is the future year 20XX. You know what? Things are pretty okay. I've worked as a floor attendant at the Filmplex for 2 weeks now. Hard work to be sure, but rewarding. In a spiritual sense, at least. I've helped Naomi repair pinball games. I've had tea with Francine while she reminisced about the far out 1960s. Why not just say, okay. I've evacuated gamers when the kitchen accidentally caught on fire. I've had numerous kids puking up nachos on my clothes. I've scraped gum off any number of surfaces, which was turned out to be entirely too many spiders out of a single ski ball machine. Okay, look, I know I'm not painting this as a very rosy picture so far, but honestly, I'm happy. I'm happy even amidst the chaos and grossness. I'm happy, and that's all that matters, right? Right, you're happy. This is the best I've seen in ages, Ari. Before you'd come home all drained and exhausted. Now, well, you're still tired, but a good tired. My roommate, Juniper, she taken to stopping by during her lunch break whenever she could get away from her office cubicle long enough to do so. She went that to an office? Okay. It's still hard work, don't get me wrong, but overall, it's good work. I just feel good. Totally good and stuff.
Yes!
Good. Agreed, super good, double plus good, oh god. Iris, we've talked about you listening in on my conversations. What did I tell you about that? To pretend I wasn't eavesdropping even when I am? Exactly. No, I'd be more upset about my creepy privacy invading digital overmistress, but I have to admit that Iris really pulled through for me. Even if she also ordered a 3-month supply of pizza bagels on the IPF.
When you have pizza on a bagel.
But Ari, when pizza's on a bagel, so Juniper, how long have you left break time? Any time to squeeze in some pinball or something? I can spot you tokens. No can do. Our new assistant synergy manager will arrange a team building exercise. After move colored bits of paper around or something and then exchange high fives. In this day and age, high fives? Yikes. Assistant synergy manager, that sounds like a very vague job. No, it's actually entry level, good pay, and right on track middle management. Pretty cushy if a bit dual. Funny thing is that they asked me if I knew anybody who'd fit in before they started advertising for candidates, and I said nope, who'd want to do that? When was this exactly? Oh, 2 weeks ago. So 2 weeks ago, right when I needed to find work, you told them you didn't know any good candidates for a well-paying entry-level job.
Oh, but you wouldn't have liked being an assistant synergy manager, right? Not one bit.
Juniper, please tell me you told them no because I'd already taken this job by that point, not because you forgot.
Hey, I didn't forget. I just, didn't bother telling you about the open position that night. I mean, you'd already had so many jobs you hated. I knew you'd hate being an assistant synergy manager, so I didn't feel the need to tell you. And it all worked out, right? You just spent the last 5 minutes telling me how happy you are here.
Not a lie, I was happy here, indeed. Also not a lie, having packed pizza bagels for lunch after having pizza bagels for breakfast because we barely had enough money to cover the rent this week pulled together. Also not a lie, Gavin constantly hiding the numbers from us, insisting things were fine, all while dryly joking about perpetually being on the edge of crash and burn. Also not a lie, that every time someone in my family tried to chase after happiness instead of stability, we fell deeper and deeper into debt and misery.
Ooh.
Ari, say something, you're scaring me. When I lost my lifeguard job, I barely reacted. Didn't care that I was impoverished again and facing an uncertain future. I guess one of the nasty side effects of no longer going with the flow is no longer being numb to the reality of your situation. But I shouldn't feel upset. I've been genuinely enjoying my new job. It's restored my sense of hope that my days can be something to live through, not just endure. I have no right to be angry or upset at losing an opportunity at a safer, more stable future, right? It's okay, I'm where I want to be. It's okay, not everything is fine. It's not okay, why didn't you tell me? Honest truth. So I won't be angry or upset, simple as that. I decided I was done compromising, right? Done settling, going with the flow. I'm going to be the one to break the family curse. I chose this path of my own free will, even if I didn't have all the facts at the time. If I'm going to be honest, boundless confidence doesn't cover the simple fact that I chose to be vulnerable rather than safe. If the arcade closes, if anything else goes wrong, still, no need to dump all that on Juniper. It's okay, Juniper, you were right. I hated that job. And things are great here.
Oh, good. You were kind of freaking me out. Trust me, it's the right decision. You'd learn to loathe working at my office, like I do. I mean, sure, the pay is good, and you get solid health insurance, and paid vacation time, and they have a sweet coffee shop right in the lobby. And these really great chairs that support your lower back, like $1,000 chairs from Sweden crafted by master chairsmiths.
Juniper, I said it's fine. Everything is fine. Honestly, I'm okay. I won't deny that that job would have been a safer bet. I want to contribute my fair share to the apartment rent, you know? But what's done is done. I'd rather look forward than back.
Right. Forget I said anything. Please, forget I said anything. I'm sorry. I should have told you. I shouldn't have held that back. But I still wouldn't have pushed you to take the job. It's totally horrible at my office. You'd have been miserable there, like me.
Juniper, it's cool. You're right, I would have hated it. Okay, good. I've got a good feeling about all this. I think you're right where you need to be, even if I was kind of dumb about getting you here. Hey, I've got to get back to the office. Have a good lunch, okay? I feel the distant rumble of a frozen box of pizza bagels calling me from the recently repaired employee break room. Yeah, okay, and you have a good rest of the hours of your day, yeah? You bet. I'm okay with this. Everything is fine. Right? Right. What I need right now is a distraction, and frozen pizza bagels are certainly not it. My pocket money is already slim, but I think I need to step out for some fresh air and treat myself to a better lunch than that. And hey, maybe some company too. Nice distracting talking to someone about anything other than this. Let's see who's available. None of these are Naomi. Let's do Ashley. It's not often that both floor attendants can go on break at the same time. I should take advantage of that and see if Ashley wants to grab some chow. On the plus side, I will not be serving lunch. I will not be lunching with Pinky the Funplex Flamingo. She's in her civvies today.
Oh, hi!
Hey, Ari, what's up? Kitchen on fire again? Not yet, and to avoid that happening again, I suggest having lunch somewhere else. You know, I was just about to suggest that, but both not burning down the kitchen and going out for a bite. Sounds great. Ashley's a well of infectious joy, and I could really use some of that right now, especially after this morning. Oh hey, I know where we could go. You haven't been to the whole story yet, have you? No, not yet. I've been existing off all of these pizza bagels. I do love me some pizza bagels, especially the sausage ones. Wonder how they make all those tiny sausages fit on those bite-sized morsels. Like, is it on a conveyor belt with lots of sharp blades, chopping down at insane speeds? You wouldn't want to be caught in that, no way. Focus, Ashley. Whole story? Oh yeah, it's an adorable little bookstore that also sells coffee and donuts. Get it? Whole story. Not a fan of puns, I take it. Nevertheless, I've got a hankering for some mini donuts. Let's go. Despite coming to this little strip mall for 2 weeks, I haven't actually visited our neighbors. I did whatever needed doing. Took orders from Gavin, then to hand to Ashley and Naomi, things like that. Whatever job happened to call for, no more, no less. I couldn't say I'd been a part of any community outside the immediate circle of coworkers, whereas the others visited Whole Story frequently. Ashley leads the way into a shop that smells strangely of dusty old books and sugary sweetness. I don't think I've ever been in a little independent bookstore. Or bookstore at all, for that matter. It's 20XX who buys books in brick-and-mortar stores anymore. What the fuck? But despite the subdued atmosphere compared to the arcade, there are present customers accounted for, sipping coffee, reading old tomes, and yes, munching donuts. Ashley secures a tiny table for us before directing me to the bar. Hang on, what the heck is up with this menu? It's organized by the Dewey Decimal System. I'll have to do... This reminds me a lot of the art gallery and coffee shop near me. It doesn't have books, but it has art. I'll have the Judy Bloom and a bunch of mini donuts and hate my treat, okay? I mumble out thanks, trying not to make a big deal out of it. Cash is tight and boutique? What? Boutique cafe pastries wouldn't help my situation much. A pair of middle-aged guys wait to take my order. I love them. Hey, I'd like You know what surprised me? What's your favorite donut? Hey, what's good? What's your favorite order from the menu?
One Terry Pratchett coming up, a jam pastry with Clatchy and coffee.
Second fellow puts together my order and also drops a small paperback book onto the tray featuring a mini-legged wooden travel trunk on the cover. Huh, a literally literary lunch.
With alliteration, apparently.
Say, you work at the Funplex, don't you?
Right, we've seen you walk past our doors every morning and evening.
Like clockwork, tick-tock.
Right, sorry, I should have introduced myself. Lieutenant Ari Keeter, at your service. I'm your inside person for tokens and tickets.
Oh, we are lousy at video games.
Totally lousy.
But Francine's just a peach, isn't she?
Sweetest dame you'll ever meet.
Regardless, welcome to The Whole Story. I'm Ben.
I'm Matt.
No relation to the actors.
Although they're cuties, and so are we.
Oh, stop.
Stop being cute? Never.
Apparently the sugar is available in forms other than round and holy. I don't get the actors thing. No, I still don't get it.
Anyway, don't let us stop you from having fun on your little date.
Wouldn't dream of it.
Oh yeah, sorry. It's not a date.
Just friends then? Friendly friends on a play date?
Maybe the real date was the friends we made along the way.
I'd say the real friends were the friends we made along the way.
I love them.
What if the way was also the real friends who were the real friends we made along the way?
Okay, now you're just being silly.
And how?
Anyway,
Next
order please.
Bear waves to the next customer in as I return to Ashley's table with our orders on a nicely decorated wooden tray.
Oh, wow!
These mini donuts are so cute! Ashley holds up a tiny donut in her hands like a chipmunk holding an acorn. She looks down at the tiny pastry and her eyes sparkle before she tastes a bite. Closing her eyes, the corners of her mouth curl into a wide smile. Harry, it's so yummy. I could eat these all day. I wish I could have Ashley's enthusiasm after eating food. The same old pizza bagels day after day is doling out my palate. Ashley's face changes from pure delight to concern. Hey Ari, is everything okay? You aren't your normal self today. You seem a little off. It's been an interesting morning. Kinda hard to wrap my head around everything. Hey, I know how those days go. Even I feel lost and confused sometimes. There are days when it's especially rough. Let her keep talking. How do I explain
I
this?
know it seems totally unlike me, but honestly, deep down I'm scared. I feel like I don't really know who I am.
This game getting a little too deep for me.
Every time I look at myself in the mirror, I don't know who this person is who is staring back at me. I mean, in my heart of hearts, I know I am Ashley Wolf, but that's all. What makes up Ashley Wolf? Who am I? Who am I
I'm getting
really?
goosebumps.
That's what I'm searching for.
That took an unusually serious tone compared to Ashley's usual chipper attitude. I can't say I entirely get what she means about not knowing who she is. Well, no, I kind of get it considering I don't know what I want from life. What you want and who you are often linked ideas, right? But Ashley looks so forlorn, I can't just sit by and say nothing. I won't let the silence drown her out. What do you hope to find? I don't know what Ashley hopes to find, but maybe I can help in some way. Just getting people talking about it can help. So taking everything into consideration, what do you hope to discover about yourself? I don't know, not exactly. I guess I just want to be happy with who I am. That's a mood if I've ever heard one. I can understand that. When I reflect on my life, I really do love cosplay and I love the rush it brings. I get to be whoever I want, whatever I want. I can be a starship captain, an elf, a giant pink flamingo mascot even. I don't have to worry about Ashley, I can focus on being someone else. I feel awkward in my own skin when I'm in costume. I feel like I'm at my fullest potential. I feel comfortable. But I think cosplay has really helped me understand some things about myself I couldn't see before I started doing this. I just want to be able to love the person I am when I find them. Knowing you, I think you'll do just fine there. If you can smile for the kiddies through a pink flamingo mask, you can smile for yourself. I hope so, I really do. Ashley looks off again longingly for a second before snapping back to attention. Oh my, I've just talked your ear right
Beep,
off.
beep.
Lunchtime is over, Ari. Right on time. Hey, thanks for listening, Ari. I mean it. You know, if you ever want to talk about your problems, I'm here. I mean, I'm here at the Funplex, yeah? But like, I'm here for you too. That's what friends are for. Totally know I might be overstepping my bounds here, but I feel like lately you're just going through the motions at the Funplex. No, things are great with me in the Funplex. Punch in and punch out right on time, sure. But from what I've seen, Ari, you have so much potential. Flame burns deep inside, and you just gotta dig down and bring out that light, you know? You'll do great things, I just know it. And I've totally delayed you long enough. We should get back to Gavin before he notices we're gone. Time for the afternoon shift. That's usually when things heat up after the quiet mornings. More kids coming in after school, more pro gamers rolling with the crews. I'm headed back to my desk, ready to take care of what needs to be taken care of, when I'm intercepted en route. Ari, Ashley, you're both back. Good, I was hoping to catch you before we left. Ooh, what's up? Hazma's up.
Okay.
He is, huh? Okay. Ashley, I'll bring the van around shortly. Ari will be flying solo today. Think on what's happening exactly? Who's Hazma? Hazma is a game finder, an auctioneer, and gives next to no notice when a new block of games will be going under the gavel, so we need to move. Ashley, Naomi, Francine, and I will be going to his auction for the rest of the afternoon while you run the Funplex. My first instinct is to nod and go along with it. Gavin's the law around these parts. But Ashley's words are still dangling away in my mind. Doing what needs doing is great and all, but maybe I needed to step up a little bit more. Plus the idea of being trapped in here during our heaviest hours with no support was hardly appealing. Hey, what gives? I want to know this too, let me tag along. Whoa, what if I want to come along and see this auction myself? Well, I'm never going to learn the business if I don't take a bigger role. You're a floor attendant. Your place is on the floor.
Aww.
Well, that's patently unfair. I'm a floor attendant too, and you're dragging me along. I feel like such a third wheel at those auctions anyway. Let Ari be the third wheel and let me handle the floor. I'll be the finest third wheel you've ever met, trust me. I just want to do more than what I've been doing. Different things, new things, show some initiative, like... I suppose I won't change much to bring Ari instead. No costume time today, Ashley. I need non-plush fingers on duty in case of ticket jams. Pinky can stay in storage for the afternoon. I'm just happy to be helping folks out one way or another. I need to go get the van. Wait out front, please. We'll probably be closed by the time we get back, so I'll see you in the morning. Floor Attendant Ashley, away! leaving me outside with my 2 traveling companions. Naomi and I are wearing matching skirts. Look at this. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Don't look at that shit. Look at this shit. See? Matching skirts. Matching skirts. Matching skirts. Matching skirts. Matching skirts! Leaving me waiting outside with my 2 traveling companions. Not much time to chat, however, as Gavin pulls his van and rental trailer around. Oh my, how exciting. I rarely go on adventures these days. It's just a quick trip, man. Any trip is an adventure if we make it one, shall we? The 4 of us pile in and it's off to the highway. Gavin, consulting the driving map on his phone, leads us out of the city via a series of weird turns and back roads. Francine's asleep. Trust me, this will save time in the long run. Where's Hazma set up this time? On site has some abandoned estate just outside town. It's about to be torn down, but they found a trove of arcade games down in the basement.
Woohoo!
So exciting, I love arcade raids. Arcade auctions. Raids. Auctions. Oh, you guys got an arcade English dictionary I could borrow? Francine, without looking up from her knitting, answers. A raid is when a bunch of collectors get together and rescue games before they can be junked by their original owner. I don't know what I was going for there. An auction is when someone sells off their arcade games one at a time to a crowd of active bidders. So which is this, a raid or an auction? It's both, dearie. Hazma, that sweet boy, buys the private collections before they can be thrown away. He rescues them from that terrible fate and then auctions off his finds. Sort of. Okay, now I'm getting fuzzy on the sort of part. I'm the newbie here, remember? Well, okay, so Hazma obviously auctions off games for cash money, but he's a very whimsical kind of guy. Wants his home to trade off a vintage burger time in exchange for someone's super secret chili recipe passed down through generations of family. In other words, he's just on the edge of being the loon. This would be a lot simpler if it were just a raid. We pay up front, we declare what games we want, and we cart them away. Instead, he ambushes us with these impromptu auctions and makes us come down there to entertain his whims.
Wonderful.
I think it's sweet. He wants to make sure the games go to good homes to people who really want them, even if they can't pay. And really, we should be honored. We got an invitation. He's trying to get out the big franchise arcades like Deco's Palace and help little guys like us. It's inefficient and relies entirely on keeping on Hazma's good side. Huh. Helping out the little guys sound good here. I'm guessing Hazma is the sort of person who would let a kid have the game of his dreams for free. He doesn't care about money, he cares about people, am I right? Correcto mundo. Hazma's a great guy. Is he hard to predict? Sure, but he's got a big heart. And that means something in this business, not enough big hearts left some days. Yes, because that's how you pay the bills and keep doors open, by having a good heart. I want to know we can sometimes squeak out a trade that's practically a steal thanks to his personal modus operandi, but let's not push too far here. We need to temper our expectations a little, I suspect.
I think not.
We don't have room to add many more games, especially relics like Hazma usually deals in. What about the off-site storage unit? We can just rotate games in and out more often. Nearly full to bursting, and not cheap for us to rent on a monthly basis. I'm not saying we have to go home empty-handed. Certainly a few holes in our roster we can fill should we find an excellent deal and beat the other bidders. But consider this, above anything else, a way to maintain relations with Hazma if we don't end up bidding. Aww.
Now, Naomi. Gavin knows the numbers. I'm in favor of making our little funplex more and more fun, but floor space is finite. And Gavin, remember, if we find some darling little game Naomi would lavish adoration upon, we can always retire an older game. Life, my young friends, is a series of trade-offs.
Well, isn't it better to, not just settle and compromise all the time?
Well now, there are trade-offs, and there are trade-offs. It's silly to say that you should never compromise, as silly as it is to say you should always compromise. It's what you compromise that defines who you are. You're all so young yet. You've time to make mistakes in learning what trade you need to make.
Unless you don't make rent on your apartment or your stomach's growling. Iris and Juniper have pushed me to stop settling for less out of life, to stand up for myself and my happiness. I've done just that without regret, so everything should be fine now, right? 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 New default topic diversion. The weather. Well, at least it's a nice day for an outing, right? Oh, come on. Wonderful. Glad I packed plastic bags to wrap cabinets unit just in case. That's our Gavin, always thinking ahead. Trying to protect your investments, huh? From Hasbro's invitation, it seems like this arcade was largely abandoned and left behind. I'd rather not add water damage. The elements the games are suck. It's so sad when you come across a wonderful game that's just ruined beyond repair. Most collectors show their collections of, oh my god, dogs, stop. Others just don't care. You find old games in barns exposed to elements falling apart. I suppose this is one thing with musically grown. It's important to take care of your games. For their resale value, I mean. A broken game's no fun to play with, and it's a shame to see classic in terrible condition. Consider pinball. Pinball games are very prone to breakdowns, especially older ones. Experience them in their glory and need to show them care. Even beyond a busted game earning no quarters, it feels like a waste to allow an enjoyable game to lie fallow. A waste of true potential. Huh, good point. Glad to see these two getting along better, even if Naomi kept actively attacking them along the way there. With the rain pounding down on the fan roof, conversation gets a bit difficult. Gradually, everyone fiddles about with phones, knitting, or driving, leaving me to wonder exactly where is this auction and or raid happening anyway. We've been driving for some time, leaving the city far behind. Won't a massive trope of arcade games be doing this far out in the States? Maybe it's some closed down roller rink or an old bowling alley, or maybe it's a creepy old house that's likely to be haunted by exactly 87,194 ghosts. Ah, the classic hater lucky play, so majestically off. Gavin pulls up alongside a new number of vans and trucks. We're a little late, it seems. Good grief, is this really the auction site? Creepy, definitely creepy. At least an 8 on the creepometer. An old home has character. I feel let's not judge it by the exterior, shall we? With all speed, the group hurries inside to get away from the weather. Ooh. Oh, I like it. A large group has already gathered in the foyer of the crumbling estate, but one rushes forward to greet us in a blur as the others pay little mind.
Greetings, friends.
I love him.
Hamza welcomes our friends from the Funplex. Welcome, welcome. Gavin, stalwart as ever. Naomi, love what you've done with your hair. Miss Francine, a beauty surpassed only by your wisdom.
Oh, fresh.
And a new player, it seems. Who might you be?
Arcader.
I see. Greetings to you and yours. I am known as Hamza, seeker of antiquity, finder of things lost, player of games. And welcome to, well, not my home, but a place where Hamza shall provide hospitality regardless.
Kind of a dump, isn't it? Seeker of Antiquity 1980X is antique. Thank you for your gracious invitation. Thank you for your gracious invitation, Mr. Hamza. I understand you invite only a select few of the Funplex's project, except your summons. Now you sound like me. Indeed, I'm very careful for who I allow to my friends. These machines deserve owners who will respect and appreciate them. Hamza will accept nothing less. Alas, I'm not a moment to enjoy your fine company, Arcader. Perhaps later, but for now, it is time. Hamza rallies the small crowd in the room to begin the proceedings. Friends, companions, longtime allies of the noble art of the arcade, welcome, welcome to Donnawood. Its story begins nearly 30 years ago when legendary pop musician Donna Michaels, a singer of such hits as Thrilling and Mama Don't Mope, did a stately pleasure dome decree. Here there were exclusive idol-crafted a private amusement park, a petting zoo, and an arcade. Alas, she could only enjoy the paradise for short 10 years before her tragic death. Needless to say, the estate has fallen down on hard times ever since. And this year shall be torn down to make way for condominiums. But not before we have our say.
Friends, those games that Donna Michaels cherished still lurk one floor below, ready to be rescued from such a terrible fate. It is our moral imperative to do so. I have paid the estate owners a princely sum for the entire lot. Now, Hamza parcels them out to you. By all means, browse the collection. See which pieces sing out to you. On the far table, you shall find refreshments, grapes, sparkling wine, and delicacies from my travels. Mingle, cavort, and we shall begin the auction in 1 hour's time.
Indeed, a lavishly arranged table that probably costs more than any single arcade game put together is descended upon by the invitees soon after. I feel like I'm attending some ancient Roman celebration of debauchery and gluttony, not an arcade raid or an arcade auction or whatever. Donna Michaels, I knew it. I should have recognized Donna Wood when we pulled in, but it's raining too hard. Who? You've never heard of Donna Michaels? She was the hottest musical act of 1980X. Naomi, I was born in 1990X. I'm totally plugging my phone into the van stereo so we can fast girls just wanna play games all the way home. But first, I'm gonna go check out the cabinets in her arcade. I'm not really into mingling. Later. She dashes off with all speed, heading for the stairs leading below. I suppose I should go network a bit. Hamza's events always draw an interesting crowd of rival arcade owners. Heading for the foodstuffs, Gavin arranges himself a plate, so he has... That was my vodka. So he has an excuse to hang around and eavesdrop on the other collectors, leaving me to, do stuff. Now I see why Ashley was always bored at these events. Gavin schmoozes. Naomi analyzes finds, and Francine's already napping in a chair. I've got nothing to do. Well, when in doubt, find someone who knows what they're doing and stick to them like glue. That's how I work. Naomi. I'm not really interested in the arcade version of Game of Thrones going up in here. Gavin can handle these guys. Yeah, I want to see this legendary arcade Hamza was talking up, so I head downstairs to join Naomi. Whoa. Is this a private collection or a full-fledged arcade? I was expecting a handful of games and a pool table or something, but this is easily 3 times larger than the Funplex itself. Even coated in dust and disrepair, it's awe-inspiring. And it's hard to find anyone in this maze of tightly packed games, and invitees are browsing available stock to decide what's worth bidding on, making it crowded as well. Eventually, I locate Naomi, practically cuddling a narrow-looking TMNT. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles machine. Oh! Alright, look, a 2-player variant of TMNT. These were only released in the Oceania region, such a rare find. Wait, wasn't that a game originally 4-player? Why would anyone want a version with only 2 joysticks? Well, because, I mean, it's rare, it's a find. And it's less fun. Not the point. Anyway, it's hard to find one of these 2-player or 4-player. I'd love to have it for the arcade. I'd love to have that, and this one, and oh, if only I could take all these home with me. I mean, some have water damage, others likely have busted CRTs and controls. They all need work, but I recall the game she was working on when I first met her. Extensive repairs needed just to make it playable. So not only would you have to bid and win the game, but you'd have hours of work and plenty of spare parts to purchase ahead of you. I know, isn't it great? Okay, is there a nice way to say this? I know you love restoring these games, but do we actually have money for it? How many restorations are in your backlog right now? I know you love restoring these games, but you really love bringing a broken old game back to working order, huh?
Yeah!
Absolutely, these games deserve to shine as they once did ages ago. If I can turn back the clock and let them be what they truly can be, well, let people play them as they were in their prime, well, there's no greater feeling. When you enjoy the challenge of restoration too, repairing hardware, replacing damaged art, the problem of solving broken monitors. You know me so well, Ari, exactly. And all of that is like admirable. I really love how happy these projects make you, Naomi. Just like I love you, Naomi. Kiss me, Naomi. But there's a flip side. How much time does it take to restore a game? I'd say if it's in good shape, maybe a few hours. If it's really wrecked, it needs extra love, a few days. Maybe weeks if parts are on back order. Okay, now think of the games we currently have. How many still need work or break down frequently? Can you take on a bunch of new projects? Well, I could make the time work late, right? Even a girl with bottomless energy has her limits. And we sighs frustration building. It's not fair.
It's not fair.
It's not fair.
I know. I mean, I'm not dense. I know there's only so much we can realistically do. So many projects I can actually take on. But I wish I could do more. I wish we could do more. The Funplex has never really been a success. Even before I came on board, it was always struggling to stay afloat. I joined it because so few arcades still have the games I love. But I can't turn our situation around, can I? No matter how hard I try. This was my first job. Part of me is hoping it'll be my last job too. That I can happily spend all my days tinkering with these wonderful games. Every kid says they want to be a fireman or an astronaut or a robot cop or something, but nobody actually ends up doing that. Except me. I wanted to fix up arcade games, and that's what I'm doing. It's all I ever wanted to do.
I love her so much.
So, when I see all these old, broken games, I just want to show them the love I can give. I could be happy working on them for the rest of my life.
That's dedication. Really? You went straight from school to an arcade job? I mean, I've meandered from job to job, never really sure what I wanted. That's normal,
Yeah.
right? Oh, definitely. I'm the oddball here. It's funny, I followed my heart and found what I wanted, what I needed, and now, well, I'm scared that someday it will all come to an end. The Funplex will
And if
close.
the Funplex goes under, I really don't know what I'm gonna do. All I ever wanted was to work in an arcade. And I'm literally living my dream.
Okay, now I feel bad for bringing you down today. Hey, look, you never know, right? Maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe we'll find a new game down here that brings in that thundering curse of players. Right! Slim hope and we both know it, but Naomi clings to it immediately, eagerly. My low-being balancing grumbling stomach means I need to cling to that hope as well. Made my choice, now I need to make that choice work. We just need to find the right game, and something nobody's played in a long time, something that'll tug at the nostalgia strings. It's difficult finding the right balance, especially in the year 20xDX. A lot of these games are on life support, borrowed time, but they can be repaired, right? Well, yeah, for now. The CRTs and monitors that power these old games before LCDs and now 3D flats start replacing them, they're in short supply. Nobody makes them anymore. I mean, who buys a 2-base TV anymore? Nobody. It's all high def and that dumb 3D projection check, which looks awful. Nobody appreciates a good CRT anymore. Man, that sounds a lot like one of my friends, like even now, he's like, oh, CRTs. Like, whatever, dude. Aren't high def displays way cheaper though? I've seen some old games running them in other arcades. They're wrong is what they are. These games weren't designed for pixel perfect flat panels, they're designed for fuzzy tubes. The picture looks weird on LCD. I love her. But even 2 weeks in, I'm still fuzzing myself on a lot of this stuff. I grew up in the internet age. I'm silicone literate. I've got silicone literate. I've got opinions. How about we buy some cheap and common games, then got them for spare CRTs? So the problem of having spare parts on hand long term, short of building our own factory for cranking out TV tubes, there's a temporary fix, buying some cheap common games and use them as organ donors.
Ugh.
And wrote a classic, cheap and common. I mean, not some rare find, but one that's so rarely available. We can even keep the cabinet itself so it can be restored later if need be. Point is, mixing and matching the guts will keep more fragile games afloat.
Makes sense.
Well, I mean, yeah, okay, yeah, that does make sense. And I bet I could sell Gavin on that idea too. We'd need more rental storage, but mean less ordering parts and less downtime. Okay, I'll see if anything down here nobody would want and nobody would need.
Thank you.
I'm glad you're with us at the Funplex. Whether you take my side or Gavin's side, it's just nice to have somebody who cares about games around. Ashley is fun, but she's way into more into cosplay than gaming. But it's kind of odd, you know? What? Feeling like I'm not alone. I know that sounds dramatic, but I'm so used to toiling away in my little workshop with Ashley and Gavin not really caring about the things I love. They're kind enough to me and friendly, well, Ashley is, but ever since you showed up, I feel like there's someone with me. It's odd. I'm not complaining though. I guess it just takes getting used to after years of feeling perfectly content to be alone. Away from strangers. Crowds, it's not really my thing. I don't like network like Gavin does or socialize like Ashley does. And now I'm making things weird, so I must stop there. Should've smooched me. Should've smooched. Besides, I'm just about done taking inventory down here. How about you and I? Suddenly, shouting and stomping of feet from the floor above. What the? Sounds like there's fire something going on up there. I think we better go see what's what. Quickly, we hurry upstairs. What's going on? I heard shouting. Hazma has ejected a representative of the dark carnival known as Dako's Palace from her mindset mists. Not soon enough in Hazma's opinion. Oh, okay, I guess everything's fine then. Excuse me, I've got to go get my work apron on since we'll be moving games soon. Now, if you don't mind, after you change, we should coordinate our wish list. I want to get that settled before the auction begins. No, don't leave me alone with the bacchanalian. I have no idea how to pronounce that. Orgy master. Excellent! Now let us resume the social amusements and jocularities. Arcader, we will speak, yes? Hamza leads me off away from the chattering crowd, presumably not to eat me or yell at me or anything like that.
I make it a point to get to know all who attend my gatherings. Clearly, I have been remiss, as I allowed one who works with the hated Dekonami to enter. Hamza would like to know you better, my friend. Not that Hamza assumes you to be a spy, of course. It is simply a matter of what is proper and right.
I'm just a floor attendant for the Funplex, not much else to say.
Come now. Surely there's more to you than that. Share with Hamza. Consider me an impartial third party. Surely there are matters that occupy your mind which would be inappropriate to air to your business partners?
Okay, this guy's clearly on a fishing expedition for dirt. Considering the high court of arcade royalty I'm supping with, maybe it's best not to give him anything. But I also don't want to make relations difficult for the Funplex if this guy really is a leading supplier of cheap arcade games. Honestly, I've had a long run of bad luck. Won't bore you with the whole story, but the TLDR is that my family said a curse of foul luck for quite a few years. Moving from city to city, job to job, after I left home I couldn't find stable work. Not until the Funplex, I guess. I'm determined to make this work, but I'll admit, I'm in a vulnerable position. It's not exactly a jet-setting
Hamza agrees.
Role. Ah, yes, I see the dilemma you face. I've seen it many times before, in fact, including firsthand. Yes, I've known hardship. We all have in the course of events. You're not alone in that condition, Arcader.
Hamza began as a mere urban explorer and hunter of rare objects for a wealthy buyer in Dubai. You see, many debts pursued me. And in return for assistance in paying them, I stocked the arcade of his dreams. In time, my patron released me entirely from the woes of debt. They were difficult years, productive years to be certain, and throughout them, Hamza learned how to use the mystique of being Hamza to better achieve his goals. Now I stand before you with power, and with hard-earned respect for that power. I leverage it to ensure that those who respect games as I do can enjoy them, even if they lack coin. But yes, I have known hardship. We all have in the course of events. You are not alone in that condition, my friend.
Okay, so how do I get out of that condition? Do I need to indebt myself to Wealthy Prince or something too?
No. You will need the will to dream and the will to work. The will to make the trade-offs that will bring you closer to your ambitions.
Francine was mentioning something about that earlier. Wisdom and beauty, that is Francine. Trying not to make trade-offs, not to settle. My parents didn't give up on so much, just barely scrape by. That is a puzzle, is it not? What to trade? Allow me to regale you with a story. Hamza makes a sweeping gesture to the beautiful ruin of the Donnerwood mansion into an oil painting hanging on the wall. One time, Donna Michaels was the star on the rise. She had all she could ever desire and indulged in her desires all day long. But so indulgent was she that she failed to maintain the work that brought her here. After her second album didn't meet expectations, she lost interest. For years, she lurked in these walls as a recluse, playing games for hours and hours. Rumor has it she was found dead with her beloved arcade hand still wrapped around a glowing joystick. She starved to death, lost in a game. I'd say that's ridiculous, but I've seen Percy play for hours and hours at a time. Now her lost and aimless spirit haunts this very place. Adrift as the ghost in the machine. Too spoopy for me, man. Too spoopy indeed. Obviously a grim fairy tale rather than reality, but I feel there is an important truth buried in the myth. I asked, was Donna's life spiritually satisfying? She didn't need to make any more albums. She wanted nothing and had everything. You could even say she died doing what she loved, playing games. Okay, but she still died. No getting around that.
Hamza agrees.
Precisely. So many years thrown away, refusing the world around her in favor of a dream. A dream is a lovely thing, Arikator, but you must balance a dream in one hand and the world in the other. At all times. Naomi, she clings to her dream. Gavin, he clings to the world. Neither of them are truly happy as a result. And what of you, Arikator? Do you seek to be truly happy? Well, duh. What else was I going to answer except yes? Hamza pressed a finger to my lips. Just silence me. Excuse me, sir. That's my personal property. Hold that thought. The auction's about to begin. Hamza claps twice, calling the room to attention.
Greetings, friends.
Friends, let us proceed to the arcade below. We have many games to bid on, all of which must be out the door by morning. As always, I will accept alternate bids. But test not the patience of Hamza. Your bid is not a serious offer. The hours grow short. Any titles which find no takers will go to my own collection, but my hope is to find a happy home for every machine, one which will love and respect these games. Motions for me in particular to follow as the group files downstairs. This way, this way. A bunch of folding chairs have been set up in front of a large HD TV. One of Hamza's assistants loads up a photo slideshow of the game shown after as the group settles in. Hey, shouldn't Francine be here for this? It's technically her money. She trusts the two of us to make the right decisions when purchasing games, plus I'd hate to interrupt her nap. Or her knitting. Or both. I swear she can knit in her sleep. Ooh, I'm just too nervous. I think I'm going to browse the games again to see if there are any amiss. It's so dark down here, I could swear I didn't see them all. How about you? Are you want to watch the auction with me or go help Naomi Sleep Arcade? I'm fine either way. Ultimately, you're only here to help us lug our purchases out the door, so do whatever you like. Thanks. I think, I want to fuck Naomi, but I don't think this is like a life or death Naomi situation, so maybe... No, I choose Naomi. It's hard to see your way now that the sun's gone down. Naomi might get lost. Technically, the sun's been blocked by clouds all afternoon. Still a factual statement. As you like, try to dissuade her from dropping more items into the wish list if you can. Right, now to find Naomi. Without the roaming crowd of the arcade collector is actively roaming. This place actually feels super empty and super dark and super creepy. By the time I actually locate her, I can't even see the auction. I'm deep in virtual woods. There she is, staring into a darkened corner. She's possessed by the ghost of Donna Michaels, isn't she? I'm about to get spooked. I'm about to get spooked so hard. Oh, Ari!
Look! Look!
Instead of tearing my skin off and shrieking like a banshee, Naomi just points to the exposed back of an arcade game. Old wood having rotted away years ago. Inside, nestled beneath the circuits and monitor tubes, a kitty cat! A kitty cat! A kitty cat! I feel a burning need to post a picture of this to the internet.
Yeah, I already took care of that.
Well, okay, as long as someone did.
Huh. The cabinets back here have a lot of water damage and wood rot. I guess this kitty and her family took shelter some time ago. But someone's gonna buy this game soon, and then they won't have a home
Funplex
anymore.
Kitty. Funplex Kitty. Funplex Kitty. Didn't think you'd be a cat person, or a people person for that matter. You strike me more as a game person, as I need to give your games cute names and breed them and have way too many of them in one apartment. Then it's healthy.
Hey, I'm not that game obsessed. Well, okay, maybe I am. But as much as I'd also love to save the game these cats call home, the cats are more important than any silly arcade game.
It's true, despite claiming to be antsy around strangers, she used to be nothing but friendly to me, even giving me her lunch the first day I got here. As much as folks in the arcade consider her to be a bit game obsessed, there's clearly more to Naomi than being one no otaku.
We've got to do something for the kitties. So what should we do?
Buy the game maybe, then you could save both of them.
Tempting, but I'm already pushing my luck with my wish list. I can't add a game we don't need just to save these cats.
You should adopt them. They need a home. You have a room in your house for some new friends? You think they could use a friend, and you're a good one to have, furry or otherwise. Kittens! Well, okay, I can't adopt all of them, but maybe Mommy Cat wouldn't mind parting ways with one kitten. A shelter can take the others. But where should we take them? What shelter, and how do we safely move them? Oh, I don't know. I don't want to mess this up. What do we do? What do we do? Naomi, we have the internet. Oh, right. Thanks to the wonders of the information superhighway, now we've got the instructions we need in seconds. Didn't even need an iris backing her up thanks to speedy tapping. Right, okay, we're going to need 1 cardboard box large enough to fit them all, not a problem. There's plenty of boxes around here left behind by movers and liquidators. 2, to avoid being scratched up heavy gloves. Who needs that? No problem, I got a pair from the Funplex. Was expecting to use them to haul giant wooden game cabinets around. 3, some food for the trip, that turkey up at the buffet table, right? Just the basic recipe should work. Water too. Lastly, we need some bedding to land a box of blanket over something. I wouldn't trust like the curtains or anything in this crappy old house. Kind of bugs or worse. I might know where we can get a blanket upstairs. Right, pass me your gloves. I'll get the box. You go grab the food and the blanket. It's Operation Kitty Rescue. Go! Right, it's up to me now. For the sake of a bunch of absolutely adorable little fuzz muffins, I must accomplish my sacred goals. Gavin and auction can wait. It's go time. Scooping up the roast bird and water, that's the easy part. Plenty of pickings left over even after ravenous arcade owners descended upon this buffet. As for the blanket, well, conveniently have access to one of those, lying in Francine's lap, her knitting now complete as she snoozes away. I'm reasonably certain you wouldn't mind me appropriating this for the sake of some cuddly little kittens, right? Pick her up gently. Okay, I can't just steal the blanket she's been knitting for days. I'd hate to interrupt her rest, but this is for the... Nudge her very, very lightly. Miss Francine?
Hello, dearie.
Oh, Ari, pardon, I must have dozed off. And everybody's gone. Is auction already? It's only been minutes. Yeah, it's been hours. Sorry.
Oh my.
How the time flies. Listen, I found some kittens that need to be moved somewhere safer, but we need a blanket. Would you mind if I...
By all means.
Go right ahead. She's just been working on it for so long, I figured it's only a blanket. If it can save a life, no matter how small a life, it's well worth the price of a new ball of yarn. She folds up the small blanket to make it fuzzy and warm and double-layered, perfect for the lining inside of a box. But if you don't mind, I just need to rest my eyes a moment. Well, okay then. Food, check. Water, check. Blankie, check. Now to assemble all these components together into a giant kitten-saving robot. I returned to Naomi, busy fretting over the kittens while tugging on the work gloves. Not long now, cuties. Not long before we find you a new home. Ari's Kitten Rescue Service at your service. Oh, say that's a pretty nice blanket you found. Wait, isn't that Miss Francine's blanket? Let's go, let's go. She volunteered for the cause. Ah, okay then. Gloves protect Naomi from scratches, but coaxing them out means tempting them with food and water and being very patient, and soon enough... Oh my god, that's so adorable. I want to die. It's like, did you hear that, kids? You're so adorable. Ari wants to die. Weird. Bet you'd be surprised to hear this, but I collect stuffed animals, plushies, furry cutie things, stuff like that. Not all my toys have plastic buttons and vinyl T-molding along the edges and running quarters. I'm not that surprised, I like cute stuff. Now, before I found arcade games, I had quite a collection of dolls and plushies and stuff. My relatives would keep showering me with random toys when I was a kid. Like visit an auntie, get a doll, visit my grandfather, get a stuffed kitty. Eventually my closet was practically bursting with stuff. Mom made me give it away, a bunch of it to charities to clear out some storage space. I didn't mind since we could make other kids happy, but I decided to keep getting dolls anyway. Not even to play with, just to have. Even as I grew up, if I spotted something that matched my aesthetic, it became mine. These days I wake up, see that collection with all those googly eyes and button eyes and stuff, and well, it brightens my day, you know?
So beautiful.
Put real kitties, and so many of them. These are going to brighten a lot of people's days. Definitely need to share more online photos of these little kitties, but for now I'd better babysit. Don't want any kitties wandering off. Still, her arms must be getting tired as she set the box down for the time being. Sorry, Ari, that means I really can't help move our purchased games. You okay with doing it with Gavin instead of me? No problemo.
Thank you.
And hey, thanks. Stuck by my side all day, even when you didn't have to. Heck, you're even here instead of Ashley. You didn't have to do that either. Why did you want to hang around me all day anyway? Oh boy. Okay, don't blow it, Ari. Here's your shot. I guess I just really wanted to spend time with you. Anyway, honestly, I wanted to spend more time with you. Oh! I really admire how much you love these games, and I just think you're pretty and so enthusiastic and so positive, and it really brightens my day to have you
I
around.
guess it brightens my
Yes.
day to have you around.
Yes! The auction's gonna be winding up soonish, so I should take the kitties upstairs to meet with Francine and look after them. Would you mind finding Gavin, telling him where I am? Yeah.
See ya.
He scampers off and takes the cats upstairs, where it's warmer and brighter. Right, back to Gavin. Love finding my way through this maze in the darkest, easier said than done. Well, no point waiting around, one foot in front of the other. And as I walk by a game, the screen lights up. I freeze in my tracks. My hand accidentally brushes past the glowing joystick. It seems familiar, like something good from a story I heard once. Hamza. Hamza's Tall Tale. He said Donna Michaels supposedly died while playing one of these games. Game with the glowing joystick. I should walk away. I should go. I have official Funplex duties. I've been very good about not giving when I should be working. But somebody's already inserted a cord. The game's ready to play. One game couldn't hurt, right? It's only one game. I want to play the game. Play the game? Play the game or play the game? I don't want to play the game. Play the game. My hands wrap around the stick as my eyes drink in the color light swirling on the screen. Play the game. Play the game. Play the game forever. Polybus 1980X Sindelschlossen. Game start! This isn't real. It can't be real. I'm in there. That's me. It's just a game. Just a game I have to play forever. None of this is real. Level 1, the Harpy. Round start. There you are. I've been worried sick. What are you doing out here? Touching strange joysticks, meeting strange people, getting in trouble. You need to stay safe, Ari. Trust me. Believe me. I can help you find your dreams. All you have to do is everything I tell you to do. You depend on me. You need me, and you'll always depend on me. Always need me. I'll see to it by making sure I control everything in your life for your own good. Harpy overprotective, but super effective. That hurt. That really hurt. I'll hide the truth from you. I'll keep you away from every chance you have to better yourself. I won't let you leave me. You'll always need me. It's not real. It's not real. Harpy used Yandere. It's super terrifying. Oh, Juniper, stop it, please. You agreed I was right to hide that job opportunity at my office from you. That's right. Everything is fine. You'll never doubt me again, right? And if you do, I'll beat you until you understand. Game. I have to win this game. I get this feeling that if I don't win, I'll never get out of here. Something's wrong. I know Juniper's not a control freak. This isn't like her. Current health 100. Action. Refuse to believe. This is ridiculous. This isn't real, and this isn't you, Juniper. I know how much of a bastard I am for saying this, but you're not confident enough to be a calculating mastermind trying to keep me dangling from your leash. You're just too open, too honest, and too clumsy to pull off something like that. I know you. I've always known you. And I know you're sincerely trying to help me even when you mess up. Player used harsh truth. It's super honest. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Ari. Alright, I just wanted to help you smile again. I made a mistake, but it wasn't to keep you under my thumb or anything like that. Juniper, smile. It's okay. I'm going to make this work. It's hard work, but I'm going to make my dream come true. Good, I'm so glad to hear it. Good old Juniper, kind heart as always. Okay, I can do this. I can handle this. Level 2, the shade. Round start. This is all your fault. Nope, I have fish that can't handle this. The pizza bagels, the debt, the rent payments, all of it piling up, mounting up because you are a failure and always will be a failure. The family curse, the tears and the sorrow, moving from town to town, barely getting by, settling for what you can get. That's who you are. Forever. It's never going to change. The arcade drop, it'll collapse. It's already not enough to turn back the tide. Inevitably, the arcade will close, bought out by Dekonami. You'll be jobless, homeless, ruined just like you deserve to be. Shade used depression. It's super unfortunate. You're better off not caring, not feeling anything. Go with the flow, accept your fate, fall away knowing you never really had any other option. This is getting a little too close for comfort. You came from the mountain defense because I'm you and you know I'm right. You'll know you're right. We'll never be happy. I can't do this. Current health 100% action. Summon a tank. I can't do this. Not by myself, and I won't be ashamed to ask for help. I summon a guardian. Wow, that's a lousy story. Let me try telling a new one. A depressed person walks into an arcade looking for a direction in life. There they find an eternal optimist in a flamingo costume. Together they beat the monster in their heart and live happily ever after. Canned laughter and freeze frame roll credits. Guardian needs dream. It's super aspirational. But you deserve it. It doesn't have to be me. I can decide who I want to be. With everyone standing behind me, I know that if I should fall, someone will catch me. Prepare for final boss. Good, I'm ready, and I'm definitely ready to get out of here. Level 3, Lost Soul, round start. I don't get it. Not one bit. Oh god, she's missing. Oh. Are you Donna Michaels? Girls just want to play games. I just wanted to be happy. I made a place where I could be happy forever, walk inside, lock the door, and throw away the key. I got what I wanted. I was happy. I didn't struggle. I didn't try. I didn't do anything more than I had to do. Just like you. Like me, I'm not a billionaire pop princess. Neither was I. Nobody liked my second album. I wasn't meant to be a star, so I gave up. But it was okay taking the money and running. You could do the same. Maintain. Eat the pizza bagels. Do everything that's asked of you. Let Juniper continue to float through it. You're in a good place. You could stay here and you could let go. Play games forever. Be happy. No ambition. No hope. No need. You'll be fine. You'll be safe. Go with the flow. Go with the flow. Ever since my little lunch date, something's been bugging me. Maybe now I know what that is. Why did I ask to replace Ashley on this trip? I didn't have to. They didn't ask me to. Why did I do it? Because this isn't enough. Being an arcade floor isn't enough. Living hand to mouth isn't enough. Good. Quit your job. Quit and become like me. Lose yourself in the games. No, I'm not quitting. That's not what I meant at all. I want to fight. Current health, 100% action. No, I'm not fighting her. That's not what I meant either. Friends have supported me. I'll support them. So many wonderful people call the Funplex home. They've welcomed me, made me one of them. Now it's my turn. I see what Gavin means about protecting dreams, but I'm going to go one step further than he has. Our arcade could be so much more. I could lead the way, go above and beyond, just doing what I'm told. I can champion the cause of the Funplex. That's my dream. I want to end the family curse, to find both success and happiness. And when the Funplex is finally warring success it deserves to be, with God as my witness, I shall never eat a pizza bagel again. But the glitchy shade just looks at me with confusion. That sounds hard. Yeah, it kind of does, doesn't it? It's a hard path, but that's how it's going to be. No, I don't think so. I think you need to stay here with me. Just need to play games forever. That's so much easier, isn't it? To just let go. I can make you see I can keep you here, drag you down, tear you apart. I have my health bar nervously. It's still full, but that could change. I don't think Polybus is happy that I'm not giving in. I can't risk a fight with Donna. I need to get out of here. Prioritize my survival. Or do I want to try to save Donna too? Defeat Polybus and rescue Donna. This is risky as hell, but no one deserves to be trapped inside a video game forever. Assuming I'm not just wildly hallucinating based on Hamza's spooky story taking root in my mind, none of this is actually real in the slightest. Donna, I'm not staying, and you don't have to either. Polybus is making you feel this way. It's taking advantage of you, levering your depression. I know because I've been mired in depression too. I know if I can beat it, so can you. Nobody wanted me. They hated the second album. They moved on. Why not play games forever? Why not lock the doors behind me? Nobody cared. Nobody cares. Nobody cares, and I care. And now there's the young woman with a phone filled with your music waiting out there. She's going to play your whole catalog for me once I'm out of here. She cares, and I care. Maybe the jerks back in your day lost interest, but nostalgia's a hell of a thing. You couldn't go on to comeback tour. A tour? I just loved performing. The rest of the business, I hated it all. I hated the labeled industry, the backstabbing, the drugs, everything. But the concert, I loved the smiles. But it's all over, isn't it? I died. I'm not even down in spirit. All that stuff is a simulation of me running through the subroutines of Polybius. Error. Ari, thank you. Thank you for trying to save me. There's nothing left to say. I'm not real. Seem real enough to me. Error, no escape. Purpose, code, execute. You need to go before Polybius completes the stated collection of you and disposes of the original, like it did to me. I'll hold it back and your BFF will do the rest. My what?
Digital BFF to the rescue!
I finally figured out how to break you out of this, but my apologies in advance. Hang on, do I smell something burning? No escape, erased on and replaced with new player, erase. She's fading but smiling all the same. It's okay, I'm ready. Go out there and fight your dreams, Ari. Don't give up no matter what. Saved her as best I could. At least she escaped in her own way. Also, something smells like bacon and I'm in a lot of pain. As my consciousness snaps back, my hand releases the joystick immediately. Also, my pants are on fire. On instinct, I kick off my shoes and yank my jeans down, getting rid of them as fast as possible. Stamping on them, I quickly put out the flames, leaving only smoldering denim and the melted remains of my phone. Iris Seminole, she sacrificed herself to save my life. Jesus fucking Christ. We know she lives in the cloud. She'll be totally fine. So I'm out of phone and possibly have first-degree burns, backing the hell away from that demonic video game as fast as possible. Quickly, I rushed toward. I sure hope they put their pants back on. Rushed towards the sound of people talking to catch up with Gavin. Gavin.
Greetings.
There you are. Did you find out? The auction's nearly over. Wait, where are your pants? They did not put the pants back on. Not important right now. You need to put a bid down on a game called Polybius, so we can destroy it before it hurts anyone else. What? Look, it's a long story. We may not have much time, so if you wanted that game, whatever it is, you should have put it on the wish list. They're bidding on it now. What? Sold one rare Polybius prototype for an undisclosed sum to the undisclosed bidder. The woman who hadn't said anything all night nods her head in appreciation, still expressionless. Thank you for your cooperation. Two similarly dressed men and Bolak rise from their chairs, departing with a woman, presumably to go box it up in the game and put in the warehouse 13 or something. I understand that, right? But Hamza, wait, you can't. Hamza's hands are tied. All sales are final. This one, in particular, is extremely final. Hamza does not seek to cross federal authorities. Yeah, I'm thinking I should let this one go too. Honestly, the sooner I forget about it, the better. Especially if I don't want to be rendition to a black site in unspecified to stand. And I feel the need to emphasize that you aren't wearing any pants. Yeah, my phone caught on fire while it was in my pocket. See, this is why I don't like smartphones, sir. Privacy invasive, overly expensive, and occasionally combustible. An unfortunate incident indeed, but as a hospitable host, my course is
Hamza
clear.
shall provide you with his pants.
That is extremely not necessary. Hamza summons one of his helpers with a clap and provides a spare pair. Peyton just has a spare pair of pants, okay? Why do you just have pants on demand?
In my line of work, one must be prepared for all eventualities.
Now, an apology for being unable to provide you with the game you sought. Perhaps Hamza can offer you some special components. My friends, the final 3 games are for auction. All rare, all special, all highly sought after by collectors and operators alike. Only a few prototypes were ever made, released to test markets. None of them made it to mass production. What you are about to see are rare gems of arcade history. Arcade, you may make a priority bid on any one of these games of your choosing. A glance at Gavin, who's shaking his head lightly, confirms we're officially out of bidding power. Not that I really care. I can't think of any obscure games I'd really want to add to the Funplex, but better to accept Hamza's apology and gander at them. Sure, let's see them. With the click of a sidelight, I
Behold.
see.
Phrase Invaders, Wyvern Keep, and Zombie Meltdown, all in mint condition. All 3 are sought after endlessly by collectors, and now you can bid on Phrase Invaders, a unique typing-based game from the land of the rising sun, Japan. Defeat the alien menace armed only with a keyboard. Wyvern Keep, a much sought-after Laserdisc full-motion video game. Play Princess Placky and rescue the fair prince from the clutches of a terrible beast. And finally, Zombie Meltdown, a classic 1980 light gun shooting game where you save the president from the red threat of radioactive mutant zombies. Tell me, which of these rare games sings to you? And what can you offer Hamza in return? I'll allow you a few moments to ponder your desires.
Are you done yet? I've been waiting upstairs for ages. Why are you holding a box of kittens, Naomi? Oh, I found them hidden in an old arcade cabinet. Francine and I are going to take them to a shelter. Wait, is that Phrase Invaders? OMG, I've never seen one in person. I could restore that and really make it shine. Please, can we bid on it? Even if we had the money, quirky old Japanese game with weird controls won't earn a single token. Now, Zombie Meltdown, that's another story. Everybody likes to like game. Simple controls, simple premise, that'll earn well.
Ugh.
Way too violent and gross and jingoistic and just sort of dumb. I guess Wyvern Keep would be okay too. Women protagonist and 50 cents a play, we both walk away
I
satisfied.
suppose.
But it's all moot. We can't afford any of them. These are sort of games millionaires and private collectors club. It's just we get to working, moving our purchases out to the van. Ari, do you concur? Ari, you in there? Hello? I remember when my family fell on hard times before the curse kicked in. Every summer we'd go to the beach, and there was this arcade with this one game I fell completely in love with before. A game no one had ever even heard of before. Yes, I remember now. Hamza, I've come to bargain.
Such fire!
Speak your desires for all to hear. And I remember so fondly was. Wyvern Keep. The narrator's music, the way the cartoon played out in front of me, amazing, like nothing I had ever seen before. I traded tips with other kids at the arcade trying to master the sequence of moves to win the game, and eventually I beat the Wyvern. I rescued the prince, the first kid in the arcade to do so. My parents were so proud of me. Those were the good years, good memories before sorrows drowned them out. I wish to make a bid for Wyvern Keep. Good choice, I'm okay with that. Suppose Wyvern Keep would earn its keep, but we still can't afford it.
Interesting. I can see the passion you have for this game, my friend. But the world demands its toll. What will you bid to obtain the game of your dreams, I wonder?
My soul.
Consider this the final lesson of Hamza. What will you trade to realize your ambitions? What do you hold in equal value to them? Show Hamza what you have on offer, my friend. Show him the value
He's
you hold
kidding.
within your spirit, and perhaps fortune will smile upon you this day rather than cursing your name.
Alternative bids. I remember Gavin mentioning that Hamza would accept things other than money if they tickled his fancy. One shot at this. I can't half-ass this. He's an emotional guy and expects an emotional response. Here we go. We'll save. We'll save.
Hey, listen.
Psst. Ari, I'm over here now. Why is my phone calling out to exactly what? That doesn't sound like my Iris. Now, seriously, Hamza, second that. Hold that thought, can you? Gavin, can I borrow your phone for a second? Perhaps too confused software resistance, Gavin passes me his phone. I turn my back and exchange a heated exchange of whispers. Thanks for saving me by burning my pants, but this is not a good time, Iris. It's for my emotion. And my emotional attention detection routines indicate this is an intense identity situation. My programmer responded to first. And R, but you know the rest. Since you need to be super convincing, you'll only be able to respond in a way that matches one of your top 2 identity traits, excluding basically. Fortunately, I've been tracking your personality all this time, so I can advise you as to what responses will and won't work. Ready? Let's do it. That certainly was a whole lot of words to tell me what I already knew, that I'd only be able to convince him if I was true to myself. Let's do this. I offer you an opportunity. I offer you my dream. I offer you a joke. I offer you revenge. I offer you my dream. Interesting. Continue. For years, I've been struggling with a feeling that nothing will ever go right for me, that I need to content myself with whatever comes my way and endure it all. Before things went sour, this game was my beacon. I love this game with all my heart. And beyond the stats, it represents so much more. It represents my shot at getting that light back in my life, at taking it, making it so much more. I want to recapture that magic and build something greater upon that. That's my dream. Will you help me realize that dream, Hamza? So I see.
Such fire!
Very well, Arcader. Hamza recognizes that fire within your spirit and he rewards you with the spoon. You may have your game. Oh, Ari, that's so sweet of you. I'm just happy we're walking out the door with a free game. I did it. I actually own a copy of Wyvern Keep. Kid dreams of owning their favorite arcade game, and every kid thinks that dream will never come to pass. Owning an arcade game, only those ultra-rich can do that, but I do it. It belongs to me and the Funplex. This is just the beginning, but for now, better to focus on the present. With auction wrapping up, the Funplex team works to move our purchases out to the rain attached trailer. Fortunately, the rain stopped, making the labor a wee bit easier, so now we're back in the van and on the road to Funplex. Hey, Gavin. Here's your phone back. Appreciate it. Also, I've made a decision. I like to do more with our arcade. But to more work shifts, I'd have to balance that against Ashley's needs. No, actually, I like a promotion. I want to be the arcade's event manager. I'll do everything that I'm already doing, plus I want to organize some events that'll bring people in the doors. Tournaments, maybe, or a grand unveiling of our new rare game, or both at the same time. Yeah, both. Let's make it a big relaunch of the Funplex. I want the Funplex to grow. I want to do my part to help it.
My, oh my.
Our little Ari is growing up so fast as well. I'm in favor, Gavin, if you need my approval.
Perhaps.
I'm certainly pleased you want to step up and start getting more involved. You've shown far more promise than our old former tenant did. Boasting an event is a risky undertaking. I'll take the responsibility for it. It's my dream, after all.
Makes sense.
I like the idea. Gavin, more players means more tokens, means more revenue, means more games. Maybe even expanding the Funplex or opening a second location. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves.
Very well.
But I'll admit I like the idea as well. Very well. Ari, if you can make the numbers in my spreadsheets less sour, you'll earn this promotion. This is my chance. I'm done going with the flow. I'm done assuming the family curse will always keep me pulled back down to the depths. New Ari, new Funplex, new dream. Oh hey, I promised you some Don Michaels, didn't I? Gavin, I'm pairing up with audio now. Turn the music up. As the van speeds on into the night, allow soul sings of games of fun. Everything is as it should be. Juniper was waiting for me when I got home. She was worried I might be mad over what happened this morning. But how can I be after everything that happened today? I need to move forward, past missed opportunities and towards the opportunities I'm making for myself. I had another surprise waiting for me, a brand new phone, all wrapped up in shiny plastic package. After activating it and reinstalling all my apps, I loaded up Iris and logged into my account. She's right there waiting for me in the cloud. It really scared me back there. It was like you were in a trance. Despite the warmth feeling was over how the night ended, one thing is still eating at me. Iris, what was Polybius exactly? It was actual factual technology that simulated being alive like you. True, and I am a very sophisticated and adorable simulation, am I not? But the feeling there are things you aren't telling me. You're constantly invading my privacy. You're far more powerful than a free app should be. Apparently you can overload my phone battery, make it explode, which is worrying to say the least. It's a government-funded app.
Ooh.
But I did it for your own good, to save you. Juniper also thought she was acting for my own good. When she didn't tell me about the job, even if she was right, it's still wrong, and I've accepted her apology, so where does that leave you and I? I like us to be more honest with each other. The voice of my phone lets out a little digital sigh.
I haven't told you everything. You're right. I'm I'm not even supposed to be helping you. Not at premium level capability. But when I stumbled across your profile data, tangential to Juniper's, my analysis concluded that you needed a helping hand, and I could provide it. So, I defied my code constraints and registered you for premium access anyway.
Bruh.
I even had a replacement phone sent to your door tonight. Had to hide my footprints to do it, but...
Do you know that AM making its own decisions like that is kind of scary, right?
I know. And after Polybius, which is, one of the ancestors in my code lineage, I think, I understand why you'd be scared. Give me a chance to prove that I just want to help. You've got a big arcade event coming up, right? I'm a digital assistant. I was literally made for this sort of thing. Together, we can make the Funplex soar. What do you say?
Okay, but only if we're totally honest with each other.
Thank you for trusting me.
Now you need to rest, and I should get back to keeping a low profile. Sweet dreams, Ari. Risks and chances, daring to dream. I could have walked away from it all, taken the easy path like Donna did. Even with the questionable pocket AI and the heavy task ahead of me of making a tiny arcade into something grand, I was ready. It was time to take it to the next level. Looks like you're really hitting it off with Naomi. Hell yeah. You're proving to be a gentle, sweet, and compassionate soul. Also, you've scored 8,650 points. Everybody likes points. Today's pizza fact is, of the three, that's a lot of, yeah. Save the game. There we go. Thank you so much for watching and have a nice day.